Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Hey guys, in this video I'll be talking about boss rush and give you the best teams before it reset, and there's only 2 days yet, so if you didn't do it, this is probably the best lineups to go with as free to play or low spenders. And of course use mercenaries. Mercenaries will help you. If you don't have mercenaries, it's okay, you can go with your own units, but it's preferable to go with mercenaries. And I will show you my last scores on the game boss. I didn't do my tries today, but I'm still in the top 5, and I will show you why. It's because of the battle lust, and I will tell you what to change about it. So if we go to boss rush and check it here, I've done my retries. Right now I'm ranking 3rd, I think. Yeah, 3rd. And I did 325 million, so I got all the basic rewards that we need here, and I got 1 box because I crossed the 320 million, which is hard actually. 320 million is hard to achieve. I know that most of you will not be achieving this as free to play. The 260 is what we need, and it will put us in the top 50 no matter what with these lineups. So the lineups that I've been using, and they go in this way, so you can change them, tweak them, and go and do different stuff. You can watch other players what they're doing on their pay to win accounts and try to replicate it if you have the mercenaries that they've got. But if you want to go with a stable and to be always in the top 50 with these lineups, these are the lineups that I'm basically using. The first lineup is main damage with a Guile and Viper. Zangief helps a little bit. It's better than Guy here. I tried Guy. He buffs Guile C3, but it doesn't give you that much of damage, since Zangief deals a little bit of damage, and you need that AoE, and Guile doesn't survive that much. And as you see, Viper and Guile are dealing most of the damage. Viper with her super and Guile with his C3. And I will show you the rotation next. Sleep Poison for the buff, and we go with the rush team, of course. I'm using the drones to start the battle with the drones so I can land crits as much as possible, so Yang will hit and give me a little bit of combo meter. I'm using the Raging Eye for crit damage and attack, and I'm using the Virgil EX for survivability. Now if you don't have the Virgil EX, which a lot of you doesn't, you can use the Crazy Potato, but it requires a lot of retries, so it can keep you surviving and keep you alive. If you don't have it and you have the Virgil EX, it will save you a lot of attempts, because you will save your lineup for 1 shot and go and do the final rotation. Now for the second lineup, and this is not the best score that I've done better scores with this lineup, but it works, it really works. And I'm using a mercenary Ken. Now if you don't have a Ken as a mercenary, you can use Iryu, you can use Gouken. If you have him at A grade, or you have him more, he will help. He will limit the death of your team and gives you the shields. The shields will absorb a lot of damage. I used E Honda here. All are similar scores. With Ken I did much better. If I have a Gouken, or I can borrow a Gouken from my friends, I will use him because he will give me even more scores. I will go more rotation and hit that 70-80 million. So if you have Gouken, use him instead of Ken. Now I use Ken because I needed to push a little bit, and my rotation was Fashion Blanca, C1 from Dalsim, then C2 from Summer Yang, then nobody, because we don't have a C3 here. I'm not using Bison. I'm gonna tell you why I'm not using Bison in this lineup, because it will not affect my lineup at all. I will not deal even more damage with Bison on this lineup. I will deal less because he will die, because Evo Ryu kills Bison. So then I go with Dalsim, Summer Yang for heal if I need heal, or Fashion Blanca with C1, C2 with Summer Yang, and then C3 with Dalsim until the end of the battle. Now here there's something tricky. Whenever Evo Ryu is doing his damage, the one that punches you in the air and down to the ground, you can dodge it with the C2 of Fashion Blanca or the C1 of Summer Yang. I will show you that in the replay. Now for the last lineup, and I'm using this specific lineup in general because this lineup gives you the best result that you need and capitalize your damage as free to play. If you have Akuma, you can run Akuma here. He survives a little bit more, and he hits the back line, which is Poison. But the thing with Poison here, she charms, and she charms your front line. So it doesn't matter when she charms your bison. If you go and hit your bison and he explodes, he become back to your team, and his explosion affects the enemy, doesn't affect you. So I played around it. I discovered that bison here is pretty much insane to use against this boss because he gets charmed and you can continue. Now, Witch Jury doesn't die. You can use her C2. You can use her C3 at the start of the battle. Chun-Li, use Abel on her as an assist, and she will never die in this battle. She will survive until the end. Maybe in the end she'll get one shot, but you have Jury. You can continue with Jury, and then C1 of Bison, C2 of Jury, and that's it. I'm using Elena because Elena helps me with the healing, so I can keep everybody surviving. And that's the general theme. Now I'm running these EX, all of them healing, because I want Jury and Chun-Li to keep on surviving. Yes, I have Elena for healing, but it doesn't sustain a lot. When she drops back on the field, if somebody dies on the team like Chun-Li, she will die and get one shot. Now let's go and check the replays. This is the first fight and this is the replay. So I wait until the combo meter gets filled 3 times, and on the third, I think, super of Virgil, I start because they will be gathered back in the back line. So this is his second super. Now I have my Raging Eye ready, EX. Now look at him, he starts his combo, he goes back, so I can hit everybody. I start with Guile, Street Poison, Bizangief, then Guile, then Viper, back to back, Street Poison, Bizangief, then Guile, Poison, Viper, Poison, then Virgil EX, Bizangief, then Guile, then I start with Viper again, Poison, and then everybody dies. So I use any skill that I have available, and as you see, we could have done better if we survived more, but it's very hard because of the damage output that the enemy does. Now on the second lineup, and it's the Dalsim, and as you see, Dalsim deals most of the damage. This is how we start about it. So there's nothing special here. I wait until I have a combo meter. Of course, I'm using Fast Chant. I start with Fashion Blanca, immediately C1 of Dalsim, C2 of Summer Yang. I take my time a little bit because I want to accumulate the penance from Dalsim. Now Dalsim jumps off his leg. Now I have the ability to start, so I start with Dalsim. And I use here the C1 of Fashion Blanca, C2 of Summer Yang, then the C3 of Dalsim. Of course, my Ken will die. I could have used a healing option with, let's say, Summer Yang, but I decided to go for damage over healing and survivability. And as you see, Summer Yang, then Fashion Blanca with the C2. I run back and forth. He took the hit because I didn't time it correctly. As you see, you don't take damage if you time it correctly. And here he dies, and look at here how I survive the damage with my Summer Yang. I time it correctly, he starts hitting, then I go back and forth. I don't take any damage with Summer Yang, and this is how you need to achieve this. With more retries, you can go without getting hit by the enemy and killing your units. The C1 and the C2 of Fashion Blanca and Summer Yang, remember, they will help you dodge so much damage. And this was the initial damage from this lineup. Now the third lineup, and this is the lineup that everybody are having problems with and asking me about, especially for free to play. And this lineup works perfectly actually. It's the Chun-Li. Now why Chun-Li? Because she's AoE, plus she gives me combo meter when I hit with her C3 or when I crit with her at any moment. So I keep doing these rotations and I never stop. And this is how the battle went. So I accumulate a little bit of combo meter at the start because I want to start with after 75 seconds my Witch Jury will have her C3. So I start, as you see, 75 seconds. So I start with Chun-Li, Elena, Chun-Li, then Witch Jury, then Chun-Li, Elena, Witch Jury, and Chun-Li. Now I don't care. Now Bison is charmed, he will take damage, I don't care, he will never die. So I can keep hitting him, he will be exploding, and he will damage poison, the enemy poison. He will not damage your lineup if he explodes, and he doesn't die. So even if he's charmed, go and hit him. Whenever you hit him and he die, you continue your combo rotation normally, and you can deal more damage. One problem that you should retry a little bit if it happens is whenever he's exploding in the air, sometimes she charms another unit because he's not available for targeting. And this is what you need to keep in mind. This is why I did like a couple of retries until this succeeded, but it always gets me between 60 to 80 million, always, like, never failed for me. And as you see here, So Witch Jury took fatal damage. She didn't die for the first time. She's hanging on the ceiling. I timed it correctly and perfectly so she can do her C2, and I went with the C3 of Chun-Li. And yeah, look at the damage, 70 million so far, which is pretty much amazing. And I hit whatever combo I can hit in the end. As you see, you never run out of combo with Chun-Li, so you can keep spamming and spamming and spamming. And yeah, this is the lines. Let me show you the assists. I don't have any tries. We'll buy one. It doesn't matter. So I'm having Mayor Cody on Guile to deal 15% more damage to the boss in this fight, which is Virgil, and I'm having Yang, so it gives me more combo meter, so I can continue. On my Dhalsim team, I need to continue the fire team comp, so I'm using DiCapri, and she does a lot. She jumps into the battle. She's considered a unit that is hitting him, so when Eva Ryu is hitting you and DiCapri by some chance is on the field, he will start hitting DiCapri, which she will not take any damage, but you will avoid taking damage on other units, which is amazing. I'm using Fei Long for 15% more flame damage, which add a lot to the team. Now I'm adding Yan on Bison, because Bison, whenever he explodes, he trigger Yan, and Yan gives you combo meter more and more. Abel on Chun-Li, she will never die because he will keep protecting her every 12 seconds, giving her a shield. And this is the lineup that I went. And yeah, this is the damage that I have accumulated so far. No, there is no free-to-play anybody. Maybe Islam Santos is my friend. I think he's free-to-play. I don't know if he's... But I remember that he's free-to-play. As you see, he's using Akuma. Why Akuma? Akuma goes back to the backline with his C2 and hits the enemy, which is perfect. And him using the C3 of Chun-Li, so she gives him more energy. And as you see, he's the one dealing the most of the damage. Not like my lineup, she's dealing the most of the damage with the help of Bison and Witch Jury. And as you see, everybody runs Dhalsim. Dhalsim is not the best to run on this team, but we're limited to our options, so this is why we're using him. And as you see, Bison doesn't deal a lot of damage, he dies immediately. So this is why I prefer not to use Dhalsim here. And yeah, everybody else are using, yeah, basically pay to win are the ones that climbing the ranks. But as for free to play, if you want my advice, and you know me, I'm pretty good with the free to play teams, and I've been giving you good teams. This is the best team that you can run with, and good luck for you all. Now for the Gen boss in this event. Now as you see, it's very hard for this boss, and not everybody is ranking so high. So I will show you what I'm using. I'm using the Dhalsim team. Dhalsim team with the burn. He's amazing. He's super. He deals the most of the damage. Viper team I'm using with Guy. And today I didn't do my tries. These was from yesterday, and I'm still rocking solid. I think I will take top 3. If I could, I will go for it. If I can't, I will just stick to top 4 or top 3. There's no free to play like consistently taking my position, and I failed with this team. So if I've done better with this team, I could do it, because this team always give me between 200 million damage. I don't know why I failed here. Maybe I didn't play it right, but it was because of the Dhalsim and the Viper team that went so good. And how did I become like this? As you see, I've done no tries today with these teams, but yesterday it worked. So today I will even do better, because I will be upgrading my Battle Lust, and I went like this with my Battle Lust. Yeah, it looks silly, but this is what you need. And why I went so ham and did most of the damage, because of this node. Now the Battle Cry node is one of the best nodes in this event to upgrade. You need to get it to +3 immediately. When you do get it to +3, it will affect your entire lineup, because it will add attack 9% and tracks 3 times until the end of the battle. 3 times. It's not like 1 time or 2 times. So you're gonna get 27% more attack until the end of the battle. It does that every 8 seconds. So it means in your second rotation or third rotation at most, you will be dealing 27% more damage. This is why you need to max this out. And I'm taking everything 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and I took 3 here. And this is because it inflicts burn, thunder, and bleed. So Viper gets her C3 buffed, and Dhalsim and Fashion Blanca gets their burn buffed up. And this is how we go about it. If you want to check my lineups, it's the same lineups from the previous video. Go check them out. I'm gonna do my retries now and try to climb rank 3, probably rank 2. I don't think I can go rank 1. It's impossible. He did massive damage. I think top 2 or top 3 is good for me. But if I can, let me check. Oh, I don't want to go to top 3 actually. I will skip my retries. I want these tickets. I don't want special limited tickets. As free to play, these are more valuable for me than this, especially if we get a 50% discount on any other event. I don't know if my logic is makes sense to you, but yeah, this is how I'm going about it. And that was it for the video.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fight.